we had high confidence in the responding officers and all of the public safety staff that showed up quickly. And that confidence was not misplaced. It was an amazing demonstration of cooperative, heroic efforts from our police officers and the law enforcement agencies around here, plus all the other public safety individuals that were there. I would like for us to first understand that when these calls come out, we don't know what we have. We don't know if we just have 2 students or 2 individuals shot in a parking lot, or if we have an active shooter. But the actions of these officers and the actions of the firefighters, EMTs, the 911 operators that came to assist us, I don't think can really be overestimated. You have to hear it to believe it, but these men and women literally go into these schools to do the job that most rational human beings would not be able to do in a situation like this. So, of course, I want to commend everybody and all the different agencies that helped with this, and reiterate that it was not an active shooter, and that what we have right now is really an investigation into 2 people who were shot. I know we mentioned the Violent Crime Bureau in this press release, but it'd be remiss if I did not also mention our Crimes Against Persons, our major crimes unit, which works homicides and serious crimes against persons. An amazing unit who creates leads sometimes when there don't seem to be any. They did a fantastic job, and they're the ones that, with help from others, that were able to identify this individual so quickly. So I could talk a lot about the great individuals who help us do this job, but I know you're here to get the facts of this case, so I'm going to allow Deputy Chief Farrell, if he has anything to add to what I've already said generically, we will do that. If not, we will take a few questions. Do you have anything?
Nothing.
Okay.
Can you tell us if the suspect is a student? It sounds like he is, and can you tell us if the suspect that you are looking for is also a student?
I don't, at this point, we don't want to release any information on the individuals that we still seek. And at this point, again, due to the last minute nature of this, I don't have information on whether or not that individual is a student, the subject that we have arrested. Not sure we would want to release that anyway, but at this point, I can't answer that.
But you did say that these were non-students who got into an altercation with students at the school. So
Correct. Yes, sir. Yesterday, we were very careful in our wording. We said that the individuals shot were not students. We wanted everybody to understand that there was no active shooter, and that if your child went to McEachern High School, they are okay. So we put that out very clearly. But we did not know at that time whether others involved might have been students. Correct.
How those with injuries were sustained by those with non-life-threatening injuries?
Not specifically. I would ask that you contact Kennestone Hospital for any release on their medical conditions.
Yeah, they were superficial gunshot wounds to the arm and the leg. And yeah, so the wounds were non-life-threatening, and one was in the arm, one was in the leg. Our first responding officers that arrived on the scene, they provided emergency medical care to stop the bleeding, and from those, and they were transported safely to the hospital to be released, and once they recovered.
you said the victims were not students. Were they previous students, or can you go into
that? I don't have that information. I know they're not students now. One is in another school that's an adult learning school, and the other is obviously graduated from somewhere, 21 years old, and so he's been out for some time. The reason we don't have the information on the subject last night, the arrest and the identification came so late, it's after school hours, so there's no one for us to contact through the school to find out if this is actually a student there.
You guys had that video that was posted on social media. Was that of any assistance in this, or were you able to do this all through just interviews?
Well, it was of assistance, and for us to see how many people were involved, and to give us a little idea of what we were working with. Most of the information came from just good detective work and interviews, and to get information out of the people. Once we started identifying people in the videos, and we had some phone calls from concerned citizens that had information as well, and then through the interviews and the investigation, that's what led to the identification.